Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy AM coming to you with a video blog. So what I want to do is give you a desk tour. I bought a gaming PC, as you know. I bought a new monitor and I got a new desk, so I set it all up and I want to show you what it looks like because it's a work in process. Right now my gaming PC and my video game station is not in its final form yet. This is like probably form 1 before it becomes the behemoth monster that I want it to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you behind the scenes of what it looks like right now, and then I'm going to be doing video blogs about how my desk is going to improve over time because I don't have all the components and I'm slowly buying each piece. Sooner or later it's gonna be this bad boy where I sit down and be like controlling the whole world. I'll be like man in chair. If you've seen Spider-Man Homecoming, you'll know what that reference is. So what we're gonna do is take you behind the scenes and give you a little look at what my desk looks like and my gaming PC setup is. So we're gonna do my desk tour. Right here we have some little bit of gaming stuff I have in the corner of my house. We have this little Seattle Retro Gaming Expo on the wall, and you get that framed up. My license plate for my first car. And then right here we have Marvel vs. Capcom. I love fighting games a lot. So what I ended up doing is getting it signed by Oni. And then I met him over at Evo. So I got my pass signed and I got my poster signed and I had it framed. So that's part of all of my desk that I'm going to be showing you today. So this is my desk. Right here we have my gaming chair. I got this on sale on Amazon. I dig it quite a bit. Have logged in a lot of hours in this chair. I like it so much. So right here what we have is the gaming setup. So I have my two consoles here. This right here is the Xbox One X along with the PS4. I picked up these two things on sale, which is actually pretty cool. The Xbox One X was $50 off when it first came out. I don't know why they put it on sale, but they did anyways. So I just picked that sucker up. And then I have that running to this Acer monitor here that I showed in one of my unboxing videos. This monitor is 1080p, that's 75 megahertz. So the refresh rate is for 75. I picked it up on sale. Everything I got is pretty much on sale. And so then I'll end up getting the Alienware 240 hertz 1080p monitor right here. This one is what I usually main for my PC gaming. And then up here I have my games portable monitor. So I want to talk a little bit more about that. I know everybody in the comment sections are always talking about how they don't like that I said the plastic and it's cheap, which is true. I don't know why people are arguing with me about that. I mean, you can tell the difference between this one and this one by just feeling it and how much better the quality of the plastic is, but people seem to find that upset like it's my fault that I'm pointing that out. I didn't make it. So if you have any issues with it, talk not to me but to the makers. So top of my monitor, what I have is a little map. It's a little scratch out map. So this is where me and AMPM have been together. I mean, obviously I've been to more places. I don't know if that's obvious, but I've been to more places than AM has. But that's what we have there. So every time we go somewhere together, we scratch that out. So that's cool. And then on my setup right here, I have my webcam, what I do for streaming, and then this is the main setup. So I haven't done any cable management because this desk setup is not my final form yet. Basically I'm just preparing it because I'm going to buy more pieces to it. As you can see, I have like this tri-monitor setup. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a table mount for this thing. So I'm going to get a pole, and then we're going to get two mounts here. And then we're going to get another one up here on the top to make it a tri-monitor mount. What I want to do is have my Alienware 240 hertz monitor on this side. I want to get another monitor that's about like maybe about 27 inches or 28 inches, and I want that to be a 4K monitor, and then have that Acer one go up here to the top. I'm contemplating maybe getting like a 4 monitor mount, so right here, but the only thing difference about that 4 monitor mount that is you can go up to the size of 27 inches, and that's not a problem because this monitor here is 24, this is 25, and then what I'm planning to buy is probably about 28, 27, so that should be enough room. But if I'm going to get another monitor, I don't know what I would get for that third one. I kind of use this one right here for my streaming, so what I do is I get my Xbox app open, I stream it to there, and then I just record that off of the OBS and onto my stream, and so that's just basically for playback. Yeah, so I have a little headphone stand right here. I have it here in the back. Something that I don't like about my current setup is I have a lot of space right here, as you can tell. But once I get my monitor mount, these things are going to go up a little bit higher, and then these little consoles will be able to sit underneath, and then I'll be able to bring over my Switch as well. I have that at my main TV that I watch, like, you know, my Netflix shows and things like that on. So right here, I got my keyboard. I got this. Everything I got is on sale. That's the reason why I have all this stuff and why I pick it. I usually do like a lot of research, and then I like, oh, I like this a lot, and then I end up just kind of like waiting for it to go on sale, and then when it does, then I just pick it up and stuff like that. So as you can see right here, I have my wireless SteelSeries headphone right there. There's my controller. I got this mouse pad. I really like this mouse pad. This is a Corsair one. It was on sale, like I said. Everything I pick up was on sale. But it's really cool because it's a really long one, so it goes from like right here to the other side, so I can put my keyboard on it, and I have like all of this mouse space right there, and I really dig that a lot. So that setup's pretty cool. The only thing I have a grip about having these two different monitors though is that the stands are not uniform. So one is a little bit different than the other one's kind of like funky, so it kind of makes the setup kind of weird. So I'm gonna have to, like, when I start making my monitor, my new desk setup, I'm gonna think about how to like manage all this kind of stuff. And cable management is a huge issue to me because if you look down here, it's so messy and it's ugly. But I have my light here, which I do my YouTube videos on, and I do my streaming, so I put it up when it's like really dark, and then I hit myself with that light. I need to get a better setup than this. This is just one light that I've been using. I want to get multiple lights in here, a soft box and maybe a hard light, do 3-point light setup. Right now, this is all I have, and so I need to do more research into that. A lot of other YouTubers, other people, they just get like a ring light and they put it on there and they hit them in the face. Others have a whole setup where they have a lights box and stuff like that. So for me, it's just trying to figure out how do I go about doing all of this and make it work for me. Because I just don't have a lot of space in my place. If I had like, you know, one huge room in a house to like flesh out my studios, then it would be a lot better looking. But right now I just have just like a little corner of our apartment, and it doesn't really work out so well. And I have my Mac computer there, and that's pretty old, so it's not as powerful. It's like a 2010 Mac, but it still works, and so I dig it. So what we have is a setup here, and as you know, we have all Apple products. So I have the Apple router there, and then I have games and stuff like that. And so we look on the back side of this thing, you can check it out. I took apart my Yeti microphone, and then I hooked it up to this XY mic split, and I put these little bendy things on there, as you can see, like right here and right there, and so that kind of makes it the rest of my setup for my computer. And I kind of dig it because it keeps my microphone out of the way, because if I were to put it here in the front on the stand, then it would cover up some of the real estate of the screen, and I don't want that, or I would have to put it on here. And then the problem with that though is when you move your mice around, or when you move your mouse around, you can hear the sounds of it resonating through the contact of the wood. So the fact that it's floating up here, you don't get to hear that, and it's tucked away pretty cool in the back right there. Cable management is kind of crappy, but then I have my games monitor right here set up like that nicely. The good thing about that being, like, you know, super light and made of that kind of like crappy plastic, that is very loose. and or not very loose, but very light. And so what it does is I can just hook it into a mic stand, and it works perfectly fine. There's like no weight on it, and it's just like, you know, you can set it up like that really easy on the setup. Once I get my new triple monitor mount, or maybe the quadruple monitor mount, I'll have like one pole coming up here, and it'll be a lot more realistic here in the front, because I won't have to mess with these stands underneath like this thing. This thing's pretty bulky. I picked up this games one, and this is actually pretty cool. I only just wish I could put it in a way where it works a little bit better for me, because I usually just put the controller in and then just tuck it in the back, and when I need to play, I just pull the sucker back out, and then I just pull the controller out. Once I get more real estate, I can have it kind of like sit more forward out. But the cool thing about this little thing is, it only costs like $10, and it was, like I said, I get everything on sale, is that it charges the PlayStation 4 and also the Xbox controller. So since I'm the one that mainly games in the house, I just put those two things in and I play them together. I have my other controller here. There's some dust on it because I don't play with it. I don't use that. I use this Elite controller right here. I like this one a lot. Not the best quality, but it could be pretty cool. And then that's pretty much my setup for right now. The things that I want to add to it that I think would make it a lot better is I need to get some computer speakers, because right now I'm just running all my audio out of my monitors. This one doesn't have a speaker built into it. This one does, and then that one does. And so I run the audio out of there, but it doesn't sound good at all. It sounds very muffled because the speakers are built inside the casing, so there's like no vents for it to like to come out of the sound waves. It's in that one too. So you know, it sounds muffled. It doesn't sound very great. But then usually when I'm gaming, I have it coming out of here. This is hooked up to my PC, and then I have it coming out of my wireless speakers here. And then if I play on console, I just plug it into there, and then sound comes out normally how I usually supposed to sound. I have a little Mac mics here in the back, because every once in a while I do all my videos on Final Cut, so I bring out my laptop and I sit it on this desk, push everything back, and I do my editing here. And then down here I have the PC, and then right now only one side of the thing is illuminated, the other side is not. I don't know, for whatever reason it does it every once in a while, so I just have to like go into like the settings and have to turn it on and all that kind of good stuff. It's kind of a weird little thing. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So I just turned it on right now on the computer, and so now it comes on. For some reason it turns off, and then I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a bug in the control panel on the system. But what I want to do is figure out how to make this desk a little bit better. I picked this up at IKEA. It was pretty cheap. It was only $100. The only thing though, this is kind of like made out of some kind of weird like cardboard that they kind of like stuck together. I like the color of it. The legs are pretty expensive, but I like the look of that. But what I want to do is, you know, get some new surge protectors, and then plug them underneath here, and then have those things run out to the power supplies all over the place. So I need to get some like command strips and stuff like that, so I can strip them up to underneath here. What I'm looking to do is maybe find like something that I can connect, like a basket from here to here, about the size of a console, and then stick my consoles on both sides, which would be kind of cool. And if I can't find anything like that, I might have to just make my own desk and build those things into it, because I think that'd be pretty sweet, you know, to have like a little basket about the size of the length of the console that you can stick in there, and so I don't have it like on my desk, that I can put other things there. Just stuff like that I need to like figure out, and how to make my desk a little bit better. Like I said in the intro, this is not the final form of my gaming station. It's a work in progress. There's like a lot of things I need to add to it. I need to get that 4K monitor. I need to get some pretty cool speaker systems. I'm gonna go buy some LED light strips and probably strip up these things so it looks pretty sweet when it lights up. Just like stuff like that. I might have to end up getting a new headphone stand, something that's RGB. I know RGB is kind of like played out and kind of dorky, but I kind of dig it. It makes it look cool. Look at that. Everything's all flashy and everything's like rocking. If everything was RGB, it'd be kind of pretty dope. Other things I need to look for is get a video game stand and things like that, and also add more art to the wall. I just have those things right now and it's pretty plain, so maybe put some more stuff up there. As the things I like about my setup right now is I like the mouse that I got. It's not the most expensive mouse, but it's really cool and it fits my hand really well and I like it. It had weights in there, you can adjust the size of that. The keyboard's really great. The only thing I don't like about it, it's very clicky. So if you don't like a clicking keyboard, it's probably not something you want to pick up. But other than that, everything about the keyboard is like super sweet. I really like this almost like half table mouse pad. It's great. It feels great the way it moves with the mouse. Just slides over the top. Elite controller, I have some issues with that. But it's the only controller you can get that's kind of like high quality, so you're just gonna have to kind of stick with that. The headphones are pretty sweet. I like them a lot. They're very comfortable. It has like these batteries that you take out and you just slap them in, which work really well. But the problem with that though is that they kind of die pretty quick. You only have like probably about like a couple hours gaming, then it dies. Then you gotta put it in recharge. I mean, it's a small little thing, but the fact that you can swap them out is like a lot nicer than having to like plug it into the thing to have it charged while you're gaming. That's the biggest issue. I'm probably gonna get another PC so I can have it for streaming. This one does a pretty good job, but once you start streaming like PC games on it while you're like playing on it, it kind of taxes the CPU quite a bit. That thing goes up high and it's like really running. So just to kind of offload some of that work thing, I'm gonna get one that's specifically designed for streaming. So it probably has like a high CPU count and not the higher graphics card and all that kind of stuff. But that's what I want to get to. Gotta figure that out. I'm probably gonna want to try to get into VR since it's capable and all that kind of stuff. Maybe get PlayStation VR. I don't know. It depends. I like the Xbox One. It's a very good console. I like the PlayStation 4. It's also a very good console. But I need to get my Switch here so I can do some streaming on my Switch as well. I just need to figure out how to maximize the space of the desk. That's the most important part. Because like I said here, there's so much space here that I'm not even using. And I just don't like the way it's set up right currently with like my Xbox, because like for me it feels like it's taking too much space on the desk where I could like put some other cool things here. Maybe I can move that over to this side and then that thing can maybe come out forward. I don't know, but it just doesn't feel right. So I just need to figure that all out and then just keep adding to my desk. Like I said, I want to add some baskets and I need to put the consoles from there to another, because that would be kind of cool. And then I could put like cool little trinkets here on the desk and then make it look really cool. And it was like RGB the whole thing out. Everything I purchased so far I really like. Even this thing I've been telling you that people online have major issues with, I do like it and it does serve its purpose, but there's some things that they could improve upon, which is just being honest. But for the most part it works and it's serviceable. I think maybe I'll just get a tri-monitor set up and I'll just have that one like here off to the side. But yeah, so that's pretty much my desk for you. Everybody that wants to check it out and see what I got. Probably nobody's really interested in it, but I think it's pretty cool. It's not in its final form. This is its first form, so we got 3 more forms to go. So I'll probably do 2 more updates about it. Have more gaming set up. If I ever like move out of this place, I'll show you how it looks like that. What I'm really wanting to do is turn my little setup into like a streaming rig that I can also do work at. I kind of want to I like to do everything on Mac though, in terms of like all my video creation, all my music creation, and right now I don't have like a dedicated unit for that, so I got to figure out that setup. Maybe I might just get like a 4 monitor mount and then just have like the 2 monitors here, and then maybe a 27 iMac on this side, and maybe this thing right here on this side for gaming. And then up here we have the 4K, and then over here we have the other monitor that I can have for like videos and crap. So like you can put the chat up on there, or the Twitch and stuff like that, so you can watch like what people are talking about. So maybe that might work. I'm planning to get an iMac so I can do all my video editing. I just want to have it all in one station. Maybe I can figure a way to get like another stand for the iMac here. I don't know. I gotta figure it out. And the crappy thing is that like a lot of companies don't really like invest into like gaming setups, and so like a lot of people have to figure out different ways of how to do it in their spot. And I'm kind of in the same situation too. I'm trying to do as much as possible in a small space because, you know, AM was only giving me this like little area for my gaming setup. I used to take over the whole house, but then I'm kind of be, you know, equal to her. So I took over this little space, and I need to maximize as much as possible. Yeah, so that's pretty much the setup that I've been having right now. It's going to continue to improve, so check back at my channel if you want to see what it looks like when it hits its final form. Yeah, so if you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, hit the notification button to see when all my videos drop. And then if you want to leave a comment telling me what you like about my setup, what you don't like about my setup, just let me know. What I've come to figure out before I end this video is I like to use a lot of audio stuff to like set up my things, and I think that's a pretty good way of going about doing that. Let me go over here. This is kind of how I have my little setup right here for my unboxing videos. So I have a webcam here, and then I have my swivel microphone, and this thing is connected to a boom, a microphone boom. What's really cool about it is I can move it around the room, and I can have it like for different configurations, and so it's making my little studio a little bit better than it typically would be, because it's not too hard to move around. And I just have this hooked up to like this little adapter that just plugs in the computer, and so I don't have to use up too much USB space. So I think it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Gives me a lot of flexibility. Oh, I also have a green screen, so if you want to come over here and check it out, this is the green screen that I have set up. I put it behind me when I stream, but I'm starting not to use it in my streams because I see a lot of other streamers and they don't have a green screen, and then they typically seem like people like to see what's going on in the house and stuff like that, just in case there's like ghosts and stuff, and you see like doors open up in the background, then people get to check that out. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing a little bit more innovations. I'm gonna get better cameras and things like that. What I want to do is switch out these webcams and put in like some really nice like DSLRs in here, and then hook them out with like a cam link and things like that to the system. So pretty cool. That's my desk setup for right now. Yeah, peace.